An EI fraud investigator left jobless, bankrupt, and looking for help after she blew the whistle on her employer. As Go Public's Erica Johnson found out, whistleblowing can be a pretty dicey business in this country.
And another article about when you spoke out.
Yes.
It was big news when Sylvie Terrien spoke out. She used to hold a $60,000 a year job investigating fraudulent EI claims.
That was the first one. It was really intense.
But when the Conservative government told investigators to each save $500,000 a year by disqualifying people from benefits, she leaked the story to the media.
They're each required to find $500,000 in fraud, presumes that there's widespread fraud and that they're all a bunch of cheaters and criminals.
At first, the government denied having EI quotas, then called them targets. The controversy made for good satire.
Excuse me, sir, I'm with Service Canada, PEI, PIs. Need to ask you a few questions.
But it was no laughing matter for Terrien. A few months later, she was fired. She spent the past 5 years trying to get her job back. She's unemployed and bankrupt.
It's financially difficult, but it's emotionally difficult.
Terrien submitted a complaint to the Office of the Integrity Commissioner, created 11 years ago to investigate wrongdoing in the public sector and protect whistleblowers. They said they couldn't look at her case while the Labour Board investigated. A federal court of appeal ruled the Integrity Commissioner could investigate, but it's chosen not to.
The process is it's torturous.
My name is Joe Friday, and yes, it's my real name.
The Integrity Commissioner declined a request to discuss why Terrien's case and dozens of others are taking years to be addressed. This whistleblower advocate says the system to protect people who speak out is clearly not working.
No one has ever been protected through this. And there's been no changes to the law, no attempt to rectify this. These are good, honest people who are doing the right thing to protect us, to protect the public. And they've lost everything.
Erica joins us now from Vancouver. So, Erica, we just heard a whistleblower advocate say the system designed to protect people hasn't done that at all. So how do we quantify that failure?
Well, it's not really very good news for public servants that are hoping for protection if they speak out. If you take a look at the stats, since the Office of the Integrity Commissioner was created 11 years ago, 306 public servants who have suffered reprisals have filed complaints. Of those 306, only 8 people have made it to the tribunal stage, and of those, only 1 has received a decision, and that decision was not in her favor.
Okay, so there you go. There's the chill effect on anyone, contemplating blowing the whistle. When it comes to her original objective of EI, though, what's changed inside that system?
Right. Well, Sylvie Terrien felt it wasn't right to have a target or a quota to disqualify people from EI benefits simply to save money for the government. And we have contacted the now Liberal government and asked if that directive still exists. They say there are no longer quotas or targets for individual fraud investigators.
Okay, some change. Listen, thanks for this, Erica. Erica Johnson in Vancouver.
Good to talk to you.
So the man you just saw in Erica's piece, David Hutton, who's a longtime advocate for whistleblower protection, says that internationally, Canada has a reputation as being the Titanic of whistleblower protection. In other words, disastrous. There's no real protection at all. Canada falls behind the US, the EU, and Australia in how it shields those who are brave enough to blow the whistle on scandals and corruption and wrongdoing by the powerful. So in Canada, there is a criminal code provision, 425.1. It makes it an offense for an employer to threaten or take action against an employee as a way to punish them or steer them away from talking to law enforcement. But here's the kicker. The law does not apply to employees who report wrongdoing to the media. There was a parliamentary committee hearing in June of 2017 that led to a raft of recommendations for changes, but none of them was accepted. Now there's a letter-writing campaign underway from Democracy Watch to push for protection for all whistleblowers, public or private sector, no matter who they're reporting the wrongdoing to.